Good day. We hope that you are keeping safe and well during these trying and testing times. As scenes played out in previous weeks in Gauteng when the South African Municipal Workers Union organized a strike due to the employer's failure to provide adequate personal protective equipment or PPE, the often contentious issue of the employer's obligation to provide PPE has once again come to the fore. As you can see, I've been provided a cloth mask and latex gloves by my employer. The National Command Council regulations dictate that whilst I'm at work, I must make use of a cloth mask. CEO have gone the extra mile and have provided their employees with latex gloves as additional protection. Legally speaking, according to Section 8 of the Occupational Health and Safety Act of 1993, an employer must, as far as reasonably practicable, provide a working environment that is safe and without risk to the employee. An employer must, as far as reasonable or reasonably practicable, eliminate or mitigate any hazard or potential hazard to the health and safety of an employee before resorting to PPE. It is inevitable, unfortunately, that at some point or the other, an employee will, at some point, come into contact with a health hazard at work. This is none more so the case than with the current COVID-19 pandemic that is sweeping through the world. The reopening of businesses was necessary for our economy, but more importantly, it was necessary for employees to go back to work and make a living. It is thus necessary for employers to provide employees with PPE. The issue of contention comes in primarily with the cost of the PPE. This is especially the case where the PPE is lost, misused, or in some instances we've heard of, where they have been sold for a profit by employees. CEO advises that, depending on the nature of the industry and the workplace, that an employer provide employees with PPE which must be signed for. This creates a very necessary audit trail in the event that the Department of Employment and Labour wants to ensure that the employees did in fact provide employers with PPE at a later stage. Due to the exceptional circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic, an employer should, as far as financially practical, provide employers with additional PPE. This does not mean that employers should tolerate the misuse or loss of PPE. Should it be necessary, and by following the proper procedure, an employer can deduct the cost of lost or misused PPE. The Occupational Health and Safety Act makes reference to the term reasonably practicable when referring to the appropriate amount of PPE to provide to an employee. Now, this would depend entirely on the nature of the industry and on the amount of hazard which the employee faces when going to the workplace. Due to the vast amount of information out there regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, you are more than welcome to contact Consolidated Employers Organization for personalized and reliable information to your query.